Hello, you're listening to Those Crazy Weirdos. I'm Martine.
And I'm Cameron.
He's already started laughing at me.
Sorry.
For no reason whatsoever.
I forgot to say my name there too.
Yeah, you're just laughing like a lunatic.
Yeah, because you're funny.
Oh, sure. I'm funny. To Cameron, I'm funny doing literally anything.
Of course. That's what it is. Anyway, welcome back to episode 5, take 2, I suppose.
Welcome back. There's no... Okay, let's scratch that. This is episode 5. Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, this is our second time doing episode 5. Do
you want me to inform them, or do you want to? Is it too painful?
So it was a recording malfunction. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Anyway, we have new teas, so that's good.
Yes.
Do I get to test the sniff? This should be a segment during the banter section.
Yeah.
I just always get to guess what flavor you have.
Yes.
I think you might have told me, but I don't.
I mean, I would be surprised if you don't get it.
Wait, why?
Because you made it for me.
Oh.
The
delicate aroma of raspberries and
yes,
cherry lime.
Yes.
Indeed. Okay.
That
it's
is
raspberry.
That. Raspberry tea with cherry lime sports drink in it. Sounds strange putting it that way, but it tastes really good.
Yeah, I know.
I get electrolytes and tea.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, but it was quite upsetting. We had to do an intense workout session after figuring out
oh my gosh,
the episode failed.
Martine has found a YouTube channel where they do dance workouts. It's a pretty girl standing in the middle of the screen and you follow her dancing. And somehow, in order to make her feel better last night, I got roped into doing half an hour of dancing in the living room.
Dance workout. It's a good way that's fun of exercising.
Listen, I was just flailing about. I'm not going to lie. Like, all of those dances, I can't do any of it. It was just, it's just me throwing my arms in the air.
Yeah.
It's just...
I mean, same here. It feels like a very uncoordinated effort, but it gets us moving.
Yes.
It did help make me feel better, to be honest.
Oh, I know. Much at my expense.
Yeah, well, expense. Exercise is never expense. Exercise is helpful.
Fair enough. Should we move on to the first section? Or is there...
Wait, we need to talk about the highlights of the last episode. No one's ever going to hear.
Yeah, that's right. So, I thought the funny thing was we had almost come up with a title already called A Blubble of Walry.
Yes. Because, believe it or not, we both came up with, independently, with walruses as a topic of you don't says.
Yeah, our facts were both about walruses. It was hilarious.
Accidentally. It was very weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. And then we talked
about... Wait, we have to explain the blubble part.
Oh,
I posited that we should rename a group of walruses, which are often called a herd or a pod, I think.
Yeah.
As a blubble. And I think that plural should be walry. So a blubble of walry.
Oh, yeah, that was good. And then we had the cheerful earful, was also animal related.
Yes, it was an accidentally animal themed episode.
Yes, it was. It was about a bald eagle in Pearson International Airport in Mississauga, who's been heading a team of other birds of prey, about 25 other birds of prey, to keep smaller birds off the runways. It's very funny. This bald eagle.
That fact.
His name's Ivan. He's like 24 years old.
I just love that his name is Ivan.
It's just so funny. It's like, all right, Ivan, I see a chickadee out there. Go, boy.
I just like that he heads a group and he's like, okay, troops, make me proud today.
Jack, get down there and get that chickadee. I'm going after this robin. Just imagine, like, Jack Bauer. But he's got more than 24 hours. He's been working there since 2001, I think.
Yeah. That's very old. So
it's
those are the
crazy.
Highlights. Yep. We're up again. Down. Get back up again, because you're never going to keep me down. Yeah, that's right. That's the sentiment I'd like to express. We're better than ever, you know. I'm not going to say it's not a tragedy we lost an episode, but...
Yeah. Let's get into this one then. Shall we get it?
Cue the theme tune.
You don't say.
For everyone who can't see Cameron, he's holding an imaginary teacup with his pinky up while he says this.
Well, listen.
Wiggling his little fingers with each heminy.
Mm-hmm. You don't say. Eh? All right, buddy.
Okay, whoa. That's a little bit too much.
I think we told people in the last episode that got scrapped that we actually spelt it you don't say, as in you don't say. Like with an EH at the end. Like
S''EH.
Yeah, because we're Canadians, eh?
Yeah, add a little bit of Canadianness.
Canadiana.
To it. Although we say it with a British accent. We're very conflicting people.
True to our colonial roots. Okay, do you want to go first or shall I?
I think you should go first. This is the part of the podcast where we talk to each other about interesting things we found out.
Right, yeah, we should have said that. Yeah, this is the you don't say part. Yeah, okay. So, I have facts this week.
Wow, like every week.
Yeah. Eclipse
Shocking?
facts. These are eclipse facts.
Ooh, eclipse facts. That's
yeah,
fun.
so.
That's really sorry. Our dog's looking at us through the window in the backyard. Cameron just went out there to see if he'd want to come back in.
Oh my god, I went out there. He was looking at us. I went up to the door. I opened it. Instantly plopped on his hip. He just melted, and then started waving his paw at me. And usually when he does that, it's because he wants a belly rub, of course. So I went outside, and I ended up rubbing his belly for like 2 or 3 minutes. And Martine's like, Cameron, get back in here. We're trying to film. And I'm like, okay, fine. And he won't let me. He's literally sitting there waving at me like, no, don't go. Anyway, so... But I'm here now, and he'll have to wait because he's a real big cutie.
Yeah.
Anyway, needless to say, there's a solar eclipse coming up. A total solar eclipse going through North America.
Yeah. That
will be very close to us in southern Ontario. We'll be passing through. There will be lots of places of totality.
Total totality.
Sorry. Totality. Sorry, you're right. Totality. So, solar eclipses. When do they happen, Martine? Do you know?
When the moon travels in front of the sun.
I mean, yeah, with respect to the Earth, correct. Yeah. So when the moon is blocking light from the sun from hitting the Earth, you know what this is called? I'm not even lying. There's actually a word for this. It's called alignment or Syzygy.
Syzygy?
Syzygy.
Is that called a solar eclipse?
No, like the alignment of...
Oh.
You could say the alignment in terms of astronomy when you say like the planets are aligned or whatever.
It's called a Syzygy.
It's called Syzygy. They're in Syzygy.
Let me see if I can spell that. S-I-Z.
No. Oh no, sorry. Syzygy. Syzygy.
Syzygy?
Yeah.
S-I...
No.
S-Y?
Yes.
Z.
Yes.
I.
No.
Oh, you just spell it.
It's S-Y-Z-Y-G-Y.
That's a lot of Y's.
Yeah, every second letter's a Y. I'm not even... I can't show it to you.
Yeah, don't show me. I'm going to see how
But yeah, Syzygy.
Wow.
And this is like, so you could say the planets are in Syzygy. And it means the planets are aligned. It's so weird.
Well,
anyway,
that's strange.
So the darkest part of the shadow that the moon casts, where you see the total eclipse, that's called the umbra. And
Umbra.
Yeah, the umbra is the name of the shadow. So that's where the total eclipse is. Uh-huh. But of course, it makes also like this dimmer shadow around other places where you see a partial eclipse.
Yeah.
And that's called a penumbra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's also the same for lunar eclipses. So like if there's a partial lunar eclipse, it's because the Earth's penumbra is casting onto the moon from your location. Whereas like if there's a total, it's the umbra of the Earth on the moon.
Okay. You lost me there.
So for a lunar eclipse, do you know what a lunar eclipse is?
When the moon gets... You can't see it. You can't see the moon.
No, not
Something
necessarily.
blocks it.
No, it's not true. You can see it sometimes. You can sometimes see it. So lunar eclipse is when the sun's light can't make it to the moon because the Earth blocks it.
Oh, I see. So... But you still can't see the moon in that case.
You can, a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's skip right there to lunar eclipses then. So they happen when the Earth blocks light from the sun reaching the moon. They only occur on full moons, of course, because in order for a full moon to happen, you have to be able to see the full moon, which means all the sun's light is behind the Earth.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, sometimes the moon may still look brown or orange due to refraction and the Earth's
Right.
atmosphere. So
Okay.
depending on the angle of the moon and the Earth and the sun, like this Syzygy, how straight it is,
Uh-huh.
it could block it completely, but most of the time, like some of the blue light will refract and be bent by the Earth's gravity and still hit the moon, so it'll look orange or red,
Oh,
or
well,
a
that's
little like
interesting.
brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can have total and partial lunar eclipses, which is what I was saying.
Right.
Based on whether the moon is in the penumbra or the umbra of the Earth's
shadow.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So solar eclipses, so I said that lunar eclipses can only happen on full moons.
Right.
Because the moon has to be taking the full hit of the sun's light.
Yeah.
But since...
Man, vampires must really hate that.
yeah. But on the other side, though, if the moon's blocking the sun, it's a new moon.
And
So-
werewolves.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much. So that means that solar eclipses can only happen on a new moon.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you want me to intersperse a quick little fun fact in between your
Yeah, you
quick
know what?
facts?
Go for it. Do it. I have a couple more, but I'd like to hear some of yours.
Okay. I've got a bunch of random facts.
Do it.
Did you know that America's third largest oil field is in LA? And it's completely concealed. Like, you'd have no idea that it's an oil field because all the oil rigs are disguised as normal buildings.
Oh, gross.
So
That's so gross.
They're all over Hollywood and Los Angeles.
Yeah, you know what? I would totally believe that from the Statesians.
Yeah.
100%
Would ruin the
believe it.
aesthetic.
So gross. Oh my
Can you
gosh.
believe, though? Like, I wonder what's in that building. And it's just like, psych, an oil rig.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay, well, let's go for a little, maybe of a happier one. Did you know Wales has the world's largest underground trampoline?
Oh. Sorry. Did you know whales? I was thinking like the mammal, like the sea-dwelling creature, like whales, not Wales the country.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a country or whatever, but it is a country. Yeah, anyway, I
don't
know what you're talking about.
recall.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Are
Yeah.
you willing to visit it one day? I mean, like I know you like trampolining.
I mean, it's not my favorite of all the gymnastics apparatuses.
Apparatuses?
Apparatus. Whatever. Yeah. Well, yes, I'd like to see it. It'd be cool. Okay, you can hit me with some more eclipse facts.
Yeah, let's do it. Interesting thing is that the moon is moving away from the Earth slowly. About every year, it moves away a few centimeters, like 2 to 3 centimeters.
So that means eventually it'll be slingshotted out of our orbit.
I mean, maybe, yes. But what it does mean for sure is that the orbit of the moon around the Earth will be much larger, which means the moon will be further from the Earth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that must impact tides.
Maybe. But what it means is that it won't be big enough in the sky to block the sun completely. Because the only reason it blocks
Oh.
the sun completely is because it's close enough, right?
Yeah. So solar eclipses are like a...
They're a
Not-
dying thing, yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there will eventually be the last total solar eclipse
Well, that's
on
depressing.
Earth. The moon will be too far away to block the sun completely,
Jeez Louise,
and then
man.
you'll only ever get partial eclipses after that.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's really... Ooh. I don't like thinking about the non-finiteness of things. It's like thinking that the Earth is going to get swallowed up by the sun one day.
Yes, it will, but that's even a lot further away than
I know, but
the
still.
end of the total solar eclipse.
I know. We need to go back to happy things. Let me tell you something happy.
Okay, you go.
Did you know McDonald's created bubblegum flavored broccoli?
What are you talking about? That sounds so gross.
They're-
Makes me want to retch.
They were trying to get kids to want to eat more healthy, so they tried that as an experiment. But
What are they using? Like bubblegum flavored oil or
they never
salt?
actually revealed how they were doing it. But the child testers were just confused by the flavor, so it never actually went
I
forward.
would be too. Could you imagine being a child and be given a piece of broccoli and it tastes like juicy fruit or something? Ugh, gross. I'd throw it
Yeah.
out and be like, "Where's my juicy fruit?"
It's just, it was such a random collection of words. I was like, is this real? I had to cross check, but it's definitely real.
It does sound like something some AI bot would come up
Yeah.
with. Yeah. Oh god, that's so weird.
Yeah.
All right, one more eclipse facts. they're super predictable. So, there's a lot of things in both astronomy and science, of course. People will be like, oh, we think there's around this much. It's going to happen around this time. But in any case, they're super predictable to like the day, to the time, to the amount of total.
Like time?
Yeah, totality, exact, etc.
Totalitime.
Totalitime. So, for example, the one coming up is it will be on April 8th, and totality will last 4 minutes and 28 seconds.
Cool.
And they have the next few already pinned down. The article I was reading had a couple going through North America in any case.
That's cool.
They have like, okay, there will be this one on this year on this date, and the time of totality will be like 5 minutes, 7 seconds. Or something. It's crazy. They know it to the second how long it'll be. It's kind of crazy.
That's cool. I mean, I guess it makes sense if it's like predictable, and like unless something random happens and alters like the orbit of the moon or something.
I don't. What
I'm just
would
saying,
alter that?
why an asteroid hitting it?
I don't think that would alter it too much.
Well, if it's a humongous asteroid, yeah.
No,
What do you mean no?
it wouldn't.
Why not?
Because the moon is massive.
Yeah, I'm saying if the asteroid is massiver.
Like, you're saying like a moon-sized asteroid
Yeah.
hits the moon. So another
man.
moon hits the moon.
It's not like it's impossible. Okay.
Okay,
Or
for those
what
who
if-
don't see Martine right now, she's putting on her joking face. She's not thinking this is actually serious.
No, I can see how this would be quite a predictable thing because
Yeah.
not much would be able to alter that.
Yeah,
Like they
exactly.
can
Yes.
calculate how many centimeters is moving away from the Earth and like blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Martine was not being serious. She's not dumb. She's just playing.
Okay, it's not like it's completely outside of the realm of possibility though.
Martine, you're losing your credibility here. I was trying to defend you.
I'm saying it's not like it's impossible. There are random giant floaty objects in space. I agree that it's very improbable, but it's not like it's impossible.
If there was something the size of the moon, I wonder.
I mean,
Like,
I
it's a
assume
good
they'd
question.
see it, but like,
I assume they'd be able to detect its
Who
gravity
knows?
somewhere, but I
Yeah.
have no idea.
I don't know enough how it works. Or how it doesn't work sometimes.
We would all die though if that happened. So
Why are we talking about death so much?
because you're the one who just mentioned that there's a moon size. The moon is huge. A moon-sized asteroid headed towards Earth is what you're
I
mentioning.
suggested the possibility.
Yes.
Let's go to another happy
Okay.
fact,
Yes.
shall
Let's
we?
go. Let's go to more facts.
Okay, well, since I started talking about McDonald's, I have a couple McDonald's facts.
Okay.
Did you know that the first McDonald's drive-thru opened in 1975 in Arizona?
In Arizona.
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
by a military base.
Oh, well, that's weird. What the military dudes are like? Yo, I gotta get that junior chicken, bro.
And they made a drive-thru.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, I forgot I'm dating a child.
You're the one who said there's a moon-sized asteroid headed for Earth.
I never said there is. I said that it's not unlike the possibility.
Okay, yeah. And just like Armageddon, they'll send a team up there to explode it. I love you. Oh gosh. Martine is giving me the death stare.
Rightfully earned.
Yes, exactly.
I have recorded proof of this.
I'm quite proud of it, to be honest.
Anyways, do you want to know why they opened the drive-thru
Yes,
or
I
not?
do.
It was by a military base, and soldiers aren't allowed to leave their cars wearing fatigues.
Oh,
So they made a drive-thru so they didn't have to leave their car.
that's such a weird rule.
Yeah, but interesting how that's the reason that McDonald's drive-thru became a thing in the first place.
Yeah, but it was going to become a thing anyway. But that's interesting, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a cool fact.
It is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like that's what you're looking for here.
Did you know in Sweden they have the world's only ski-thru?
Ski through.
Not a drive-thru. A ski-thru.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, of a McDonald's. It's in a resort area.
Oh, that makes it less cool.
I mean, ski resort area, like.
Yeah, I know. It makes it less cool, though. I thought, like, if it was cross-country skiing, just, like, in the middle of nowhere, it'd be much cooler, like, some northern city.
I doubt that they would be a viable commercial prospect.
Yeah, I know. You gotta go where the rich folk are, but, like, come on. It'd be cooler. You have to admit. It'd be cooler.
Well, yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's all I needed.
Definitely would be cool. It opened in 1996.
Oh, wow. And it's still open.
As far as I know, yeah.
That's the son of a woman who does not know.
It didn't say it was closed.
What did it say it was closed?
The article I was reading about this.
Oh, okay. All right.
A little snippet of article.
Got it.
Yep. My last McDonald's fact is that they didn't have fries for the first 9 years. Well, that's our dog barking.
Okay. Yeah, we
Pause.
should pause. Okay, so you were talking about fries.
Yeah. McDonald's fries, to be specific. They didn't have fries for the first 9 years they were in business.
That's actually insane because they're so well known for their. What were they selling?
It's their highest selling thing.
What
ever.
were they selling before?
Potato chips. Like crisps.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They used to sell crisps.
Yeah. It was crisps until fries came along.
Crisps, not chips.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have never guessed. There's not many places that sell
Okay.
chips like crisps.
Yes. But this wasn't until like 1949. So like they opened, I guess, in 1940.
Yeah, that's still crazy.
I know.
That's
but I
really
mean,
weird to
maybe
me.
back then it wasn't weird not to have
I don't know.
like fries
Yeah.
/ chips. Anyway, yeah. So those were my McDonald's facts.
Cool. Total versus annular eclipse. So an annular eclipse is like a partial eclipse, and it's called an annular eclipse. So total is when the moon is closer to the Earth and therefore covers the entire sun. Whereas annular is when the moon is further from the Earth and therefore does not cover the entire sun. So this happens based on the moon. Actually, its orbit varies quite a lot around the Earth.
Huh.
So it's not circular orbit, it's elliptical.
Ecliptical?
Yeah, it's elliptical.
Isn't it elliptical?
Elliptical! Oh my gosh, no. Did I say elliptical? Oh no, let me look this down. Oh no. Yes, elliptical. Oh god, what did I do? Elliptical orbit. And
Yeah.
also its rotation, like its axis with the Earth changes.
Right,
So
yeah.
the distance of the moon from the Earth actually changes quite a lot.
Yeah.
And that can make the difference between an annular eclipse and a total solar eclipse.
Right.
So I love that we can hear his,
Our little puppy walking around.
Yeah. But yeah, so that thing I was saying about how there will no longer be total solar eclipses, everything will be an annular eclipse. But now
Yeah.
the really interesting part about this, that's not interesting. I mean, that is interesting in and of itself. But the really interesting part.
Especially the ecliptical orbit.
Yeah. Anyway, you could have a hybrid eclipse, which is when an annular eclipse turns into a total eclipse,
How?
or vice versa. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Pretty soon we're gonna hear
Oh, there you go.
The
That's
squeak
okay.
of
You
it.
know what? It'll just be the
this
background.
is life.
Or vice versa, along the eclipse path. So you'll literally see a partial eclipse will turn into a full eclipse as it goes along the path on the Earth. So imagine it's going across Canada, right? So it
Right.
starts in Vancouver
Uh-huh.
and then ends in like St. John's.
Uh-huh.
Imagine somewhere around Winnipeg, it turns from an annular eclipse into a total eclipse. But it's the same eclipse, like it's the same event.
Does this not happen all the time?
No, it's quite rare. It's very rare. Because that means that the moon is in that special...
I can't.
Puppy, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. What is
This is Sako.
He like never plays with his chicken. He never plays with his chicken. And the one time we're recording something, he's playing with the chicken.
He wants to be part of the podcast too. You say hi.
Yes, we say hi. Who's a good boy? Okay. Good. Anyway, no, it's extremely rare because you have to think about it. That means that
I have to think about it. I know, I'm trying.
Sorry. Think about it. The moon has to be on the precipice of the distance from the Earth where it is either blocking the sun entirely or not blocking it entirely.
Yes,
And then
okay.
somewhere, not only does
Along
it
its
have
path.
to be on the precipice, it also needs to be situated in front of the sun in Syzygy. It has to be in Syzygy while it crosses that precipice. Like, that's a lot of confounding
Okay.
fact. It's extremely rare.
Okay, so the fact that this even happens is insane.
It's insane, yeah. And it happens very rarely, but it can happen both ways as well. You can have a total eclipse going across and then just turns
Oh.
into an annular one as well.
And I'm assuming they would know when that happens.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's extremely rare.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I have one more fact, which is that lunar eclipses,
Mhm.
so there's a lunar eclipse, not solar
Yeah.
eclipse,
Yeah.
obviously happens a lot more frequently than a solar
Yeah,
eclipse.
I feel like...
Because the
so-
Earth is much bigger than the moon and much closer to the moon.
So the options
Yeah.
happening are often...
So it happens 0 to 3 times a year. And it lasts a lot longer, of course, because the Earth is so massive compared to the
Yeah,
moon.
that makes sense.
So it's 30 minutes to sometimes over an hour. Yeah.
Whoa.
Very cool.
That's cool. I have a moon fact, actually.
Oh, cool.
The moon may have had active volcanoes on its surface 100 million years ago.
Things like that is crazy. Like, it's kind of crazy how accurately they can predict some things and then how
Yeah.
wishy-washy the signs are with other things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, though? Dinosaurs were around then. Just imagine seeing a volcanic eruption on the moon from the Earth.
I don't
Like a
think you would be able to.
Well, just imagine you could.
That'd be a really big volcano.
It would be... Whoa!
Whoa!
Ugh.
I love you.
So infuriating.
You wouldn't be able to see it. The moon is really far away, dude. I love you. Please, oh gosh, you're giving me the evil eye.
I
again.
thought it was a cool fact. Thank
It
you, everyone
is a
else who thinks it's a cool fact.
It is a cool fact.
My facts are wasted on Cameron.
It's a cool fact. It's a cool fact.
I'm going to tell you another fact that you'll find more interesting. This is a threat.
Yeah, it looks like a threat too.
It is thought that tomatoes were introduced into Europe in 1519.
Whoa! Mind
Mind-blowing.
blown.
Aristocrats started eating them in the 1700s, but they all thought that they were poisonous, so they were scared of eating them. Because people were dying after eating them. But they weren't dying because of the tomatoes themselves. The acidity in the tomatoes was bringing out the lead in their pewter plates, and so they were dying of lead poisoning instead.
And they're like in the
In
actual
the material of the plate.
Whoa, that is actually crazy.
Isn't
That is
that
really
wild?
crazy.
Yeah.
Ew.
I can't believe they were eating off of things with lead in them.
I know.
And then all of a sudden a food brings out the lead. And they just
What-
die.
So they just not have acid in their food. That would kind of make sense, I guess. What acidic foods would Europe have been growing natively before then?
Lemons? I don't know.
I don't think so. Maybe in the south, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways. Yeah.
that is crazy. Lemons are tropical. Isn't citrus tropical?
Yeah.
I don't think Europe has any tropical
It
weather.
was just an acidic thing I thought of.
Okay.
That's
Although
all.
I don't know. Maybe they had already taken lemons from some of their colonies by then. I have no idea.
I wonder when greenhouses were a thing.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is really cool. You know that the whole being afraid of tomatoes thing is still a thing.
What? For
There
what reason?
is a whole. I only recently found out about this. There's this whole group of wackos that are against nightshades. Now,
Okay.
nightshades is like a class of plant.
Yeah.
So it includes tomatoes, eggplants, potatoes, tomatillos, habaneros.
Ugh, the world is
It's
filled
like
with weird
it's really
people,
silly.
man.
It's like people who are afraid of MSG. But yeah, there's people who still won't eat
Huh.
tomatoes because they're part of the nightshade family.
Wow. Well, at least the 1700s aristocrats had real
They
reasons
had a
to.
real reason. Yeah, they had a real reason. That's true.
That's the quack question.
So good.
Yes. This is the part of the podcast where we ask each other a very random question. This week it's me
Could be anything.
about anything.
What is it this week?
This week, I'm going to ask you,
Hit me.
which combination of two elements do you think is the most OP, overpowered?
Two. Yes. Yes,
For anyone else who doesn't know,
Okay.
I'm
Elements.
talking, yeah, like earth, wind, fire, water.
So if you had to pick two.
Yeah, like if you had power over two of them, who do you think would be the most powerful?
Okay. Water, I think, is the most powerful. And it's part of the reason why it's my favorite. Also because I'm a swimmer, not going to lie.
Yeah, fair enough.
So water speaks to me, but I think water is genuinely the most powerful.
But then what would you combine it with?
It's a good question. So like, if you have water and earth, you basically cover the entire planet, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's like
You could also like water all of the plants.
Yeah, it's true. I see what you mean, I think.
What do you mean? Like you could provide food for lots of things.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's gonna go on to other options.
Okay.
I think the wind would also be really powerful though.
My personal opinion is fire and wind would be
fire
pretty insane.
And wind.
Because you could push the fire in whatever direction you want.
Yeah, but the water could just stop you anyway. Just put you in a bubble, baby. Extinguish that fire.
Well, on land, fire and wind, unless there's an oil rig, push the fire into an oil rig, spread it onto the water. Boom, baby. Literally, boom. Sorry.
No, I still think if you had enough water, you just extinguish it, though.
If you had enough wind, you could extinguish it, too. Be a lot of wind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think wind and water might be the most powerful.
But what would you do with wind and water?
What can you even do with earth? What can the earth do?
What's that called?
What is that?
An earthquake. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh, well, that's quite destructive, though.
Yeah, lava.
Oh, but lava's different, though. That's like lava, I guess, is earth because like magma is part of the earth.
Yeah, like volcanoes is what I'm.
So then, are you saying that by controlling earth, you also control fire, kind of, because you control lava?
I mean, yeah, magma. You could.
Whoa, that's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. No, I still think I'd do fire and water, or sorry, wind and water.
Wind and water. But what? How? Okay, how are you gonna combine them? Like, are you gonna push the water with the wind, or are you just gonna like?
No, you use them independently.
No, but my question is if you use them together.
Oh.
What do you think the combination means?
Well, I thought you meant that you just control two of them. Which one gives you like total dominance?
Yeah, but you need to use them together.
Oh, okay. Well, water and wind. You could, you know what you could do? Use the wind to take the water all the way up. It gets frozen into massive hail pellets. You let it drop and then use the wind to shoot it at people.
You're so violent. Oh my gosh. I thought you were going to say like windsurfers would have a great time or something. No.
Oh, whoa. You said the most powerful combination. Sounds like I'm trying to be like supreme leader here. Take over the world. Are you talking about like nice things?
Well, you can be powerful for good.
Dude, you can make tons of sick surfing waves if you control the water. You could also, like you said, water all the crops on the earth. Use the wind to carry the water, man. Carry the clouds.
I didn't think about the clouds.
I mean, that's what happens now. The wind carries water everywhere. So
yeah,
the earth would be pretty cool.
Earth and wind. You could do like and hurricanes, windstorms.
Okay, whoa.
Dust storms.
See, you're talking about
dust storms.
Okay,
sorry.
See, you chastised me for talking about bad things, and then went ahead and talked about natural disasters.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you control the wind, you could stop those, though.
How?
Well, you just stop them from forming. Just don't let it happen.
Stop what from forming?
All the hurricanes and the sandstorms.
Oh,
and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. See, you could be the saver of everything. You could
everything.
Stop the You could stop the dust storms. That's interesting. Using them in combination to fight each other, not to enhance each other.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have two pets.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like if you use the wind to calm down the earth.
Ah, but the earth isn't creating the dust storm. It's the wind.
But the dust is in the air, in the wind.
Yeah, it's in the wind. So you just stop the wind and it just falls.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't like it when you're right, okay?
I love you.
I find it difficult to admit when you have a point. You may have a point.
Okay. Anyway, that's a good question. I liked it. It was good. What would be your two? Did you say?
Yes, I did. Do you not remember?
Yeah, you said fire and wind.
Yes.
Okay, I still don't see how fire and wind could be productive and happy, whereas water and wind cannot.
You could control forest fires better, limited to certain areas.
Yes. Okay.
You could light someone's conveniently placed candle?
Okay, I think that's enough of this question. I love you. The cheerful earful. Oh, no.
I got a little overexcited.
That was really okay. Yeah.
Sorry for everyone's ears out there.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Okay. All right, the cheerful earful. So this is the part where we leave you guys on a high note. We end it.
Literally.
Oh, for people who are new, Martine is the queen of dad jokes. Every time.
You made that one.
No, you made that one. So I said the thing that set you up for it. You got a home run like you made a dad joke around my mom yesterday. What was it again?
We were eating beets.
Yeah, because it was Easter dinner.
Yeah, and everyone eats beets for Easter. What do you mean?
She had some beets.
Yeah. And your brother thought he was going to die from eating them.
Oh, okay.
I said he was going to be beat to death.
Of course.
I was extremely proud of myself for that one.
Oh, she laughed really hard at that one, though. She loved it. So good. My mom is also a very big fan of making dad jokes. Every time I say, oh, I feel like I feel like pizza. She'll look at me directly in the eye and say, you don't look like pizza. Every time without fail. Okay.
It's hilarious. He does this to me now in consequence.
Yes, because it's so funny. Kills me. All right. Ready for the cheerful earful.
It's Cameron this week.
It is me this week. Here's a bit of happy news. Recently, an Ontario maple syrup farm got a shout out on the biggest podcast in the world.
Ooh, that's cool. Is that the Joe Rogan experience?
Yes.
That's cool.
How'd you know that?
Just because. We're in the podcasting game.
Are we in the podcasting game?
Yeah, so this is why I know.
I love that you think that. That you know that.
I love that you think that. Wow.
That you know
so
that.
Cameron
that
has
you know
no
that.
face in this podcast.
That you know that. That
Yes.
you know that. Sorry. I was
Sorry.
talking about Joe Rogan.
Yes, I thought this was just common knowledge. Anyways.
Yeah, it is kind of. He's really big.
He's interviewed like a bunch of people.
Yeah, I think he's
slightly
gotten
controversial.
more political and controversial
Yeah.
in recent years.
But a lot of people listen to him.
In any case.
An Ontario maple syrup farm.
Yeah, so he had this guy on named Tom Green. He's like an actor, comedian guy.
Uh-huh.
And he's a local from Frontenac County.
Where's that? In Ontario?
In Ontario, just outside of Kingston.
Oh,
Where
cool.
there's this little maple syrup farm called Convoy Maple Syrup. And they've been family owned and operated for 145 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So he gave them a shout out. He said, this is the freshest, best Canadian maple syrup made by my friends, the Convoys. He gave a little description of how you make maple syrup from tapping the trees, boiling it down, etc. And then they tried a shot of it together.
Aww.
And of course, both of them were like, yeah, this is really good maple syrup. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Who doesn't like maple syrup? It's so good.
It's
so good.
It's cool how it comes from trees.
Yeah, exactly. So, when the podcast actually went out, he got calls from everywhere, man. It's a huge wave of interest. Of course, yeah. They got calls from the UK, and calls from the UK, New Zealand, all over, Canada and the States, everywhere. And they had like a huge, huge business boom, and it's just really happy. And that's it. That's my cheerful earful.
That's happy.
Yeah. So
Cool.
local maple syrup farm just outside of Kingston.
Got
a shout out on a major podcast. It's been great.
Nice.
And it's great for us because I love maple syrup. So.
And that concludes episode 5.
Okay.
That was episode 5, dying out.
Oh, I see. Is that so? Okay. Yes. So, yeah, that was it. If you want to get in touch and send us your stories, your quack questions, your you don't says, anything, you can get us at
thosecrazyweirdospodcast@gmail.com.
That was good. That was much better than your cheerful earful too this time.
Oh, thanks. How rude.
Yeah, dude. You can also send us a message through our website, thosecrazyweirdos.ca. It'll send it to the same email address. But there's a little like box at the bottom where you can send us stuff.
Yeah, check out our website too. It has our episodes up on it. It has also some writing things.
Yeah.
Coming soon
At some point. Yeah.
Yep.
What else?
We are family. I got nothing else to say apparently, but lots more to sing.
Okay. Join us next time to hear Martine singing some more.
No, that's gonna deter anyone from coming back. I promise I won't sing again.
No, come on. You have the most lovely voice.
I'm not fishing compliments here. April Fool's is tomorrow. We're recording this on the Sunday, March 31st.
On Easter.
Yes, on Easter.
That sounds depressing when we say we're recording on Easter, but we already did the Easter festivities yesterday, so it's okay.
We have fun doing the podcast.
That's true. It is really fun.
I quite look forward to making these. So.
Oh, we're going to have tea and biscuits.
We always have tea and biscuits.
Yeah.
We should technically just call this tea and biscuit announcement section. Section?
It's
Like
like
the
ecliptical.
Oh boy. What an episode of mistakes.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.